Hello, I greet you all and welcome you to my YouTube channel. My name is Elena and today we will crochet this beautiful jewelry barefoot sandals decorated with minerals and beads. You will make a basic knot. And now we start with this. The loop will be big enough to fit your index toe, not the big toe, the index toe, so that it sits nicely straight. Of course, it can also be made as a bracelet for the rest. If you don't make the ankle corners here, it can be a beautiful accessory for the rest. We will, of course, show you at which stage you need to stop. If you were to wear it on your hand, it would be great to put it on the middle finger, not to make the corners. And actually here you would make a shorter tie and it would work like this. Maybe you would need this part shorter too, but you have to try it. For me, 36 stitches fit on the toe, on the index toe. Feel free to make 36 as well and then try it out. 34, 35, 36. Now we will join it into one solid loop. So let's start the first row. You go into that big loop and let's add a single crochet. One chain stitch, turn the work, and we have 2 stitches from the previous row, and in both stitches you will make an increase. In a chain stitch and turn the work, we move on to row number 3, and here 1 single crochet each. We always finish the row with 1 chain stitch and done the work. I won't repeat it anymore. We are going to row number 4, and here at the beginning and the end we will add. I'm at the end and I'm adding row 5, 1 single crochet each. Row 6, we add at the beginning and the end. Row 7, 1 short column at a time. Row 8, at the beginning and end, we add everything in between with one short column each. Row 9, after one short column. Here at the end, be careful to pick up the very last loop and both threads. Row 10, add at the beginning and at the end. In row 11, one short column at a time. Row 12, add at the beginning and the end. Row 13 with one short column. You add 14 at the beginning and at the end. Row 15 after one short column. Row 16, add at the beginning and the end. Row 17, after one short column, count it to make sure you really do the number. The last eye is always a bit covered. Be careful about that. Row 18. Again, at the beginning, we add in the first stitch and also at the end. The 19th row after one short column. "25th series, you add at the beginning and at the end." Now we have the last 21st row, and that after one short column. So if you want it on the hand, you won't make those cutouts for the ankles here, but you'll leave it like this and just make a tie. And there's no better way to hold it, but basically this is how you would have it on the hand. Of course, you have to make this shorter. There's nothing else to be done. And we will continue. Let's do it alternate like this. We're going to make an extension here that will nicely outline the ankles. In the first eye you add into the next 5 directions one short column each. And the 7th, 8th stitch you pick up and decrease. You turn the work. This is basically the 22nd row. Now we are here where we decreased. You skip one stitch, even the chain stitch, and proceed to decrease. You have 5 loops left and there one short double crochet each. And right in the first eye, we add into the next 4 holes, one short post each. And we have the last 2 stitches left, and here we decrease. Again, skip the chain stitch and decrease in the next stitch. You have 4 stitches left and there one single crochet each. We add to the first eye. Into the next 2 eyes, one short column each. And we are reducing. So again, skip the chain stitch and the next stitch and make one decrease. And into the next two eyes, one short post each. Then we will decrease into the first stitch. And one short post. One chain stitch, we will turn the work and make one more single crochet. So we have finished the ankle and we'll move directly to the binding, and I made 140 chain stitches. One 138, 139, 140. I have finished, I'm done. This is how it looks. I have a chain of 140 chain stitches made, and this is how it's cut out. Right here on this ankle, you will do the same mirrored on the other side. Your work and you have it right away, and it is very beautiful. Will you need some beads? I found some minerals here, but also ordinary beads that I found. Next, I have an end piece, a clasp. Here on this side I have a starfish, and on the other side I will have a fish bone. It was a symbol of a fish bone, right? And then you will need a needle, even an ordinary blunt one that you're used to. Well, and this is important because it is a kind of strong thread that is specifically for sewing beads. It is glued like this, so you peel it off, and it is directly for sewing beads. We will definitely need that. The beads have a very small hole, and I don't have or I have a lot of beading needles, but I can't find them. As I was moving, I just put them somewhere and I don't know where they are. So I managed this way. Now I'll thread it again and try it out like this where you want it. I want it here, for example. So I stick the needle there. Exactly. Then you climb back up and string the beads again. So keep trying it. So if you want to turn like this, I'll show you how to do it. your string beads again. Keep trying it like this to see if it's how you envision it, and if necessary, remove or add a bead. So it can be done without a needle. For bead sewing, it's just a bit more complicated. It takes longer, but you can manage and you will continue in this way. Basically, it doesn't have any map at all. You will sew freely and each one can be different. Do not cut this ball of yarn or thread here, because if this thread runs out, you can connect it with the end here, right? Cut another piece and you can continue if you run out. So in this way you will fill every spot all the way to the top, and that's all for today. I won't show you the entire embroidery because it's simple and you can use your imagination and the variety of beads you find at home. They can even be little shells or those coin-like ones. Completely freely, whatever you want. If you like the video, I would be happy if you give me a like and write me something nice. Take care. Bye.